Het. God has resolved to destroy the walls of the daughter of Zion, stretching out the line, not staying his hand until he has engulfed everything, thus bringing mourning on wall and rampart. Alike they crumbled. Tet. Her gates have sunk into the ground. He has broken and shattered their bars. Her king and her princes are among the Gentiles. There is no instruction. Furthermore, her prophets cannot find any vision from God. Yod. Mute, they sit on the ground, the elders and the daughter of Zion. They have put dust on their heads and wrapped themselves in sackcloth. The young girls of Jerusalem bow their heads to the ground. Kaf. My eyes are worn out with weeping. My inmost being is in ferment. My heart plummets at the destruction of my young people as the children and babes grow faint in the streets of the city. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, return to the Lord your God. Lamed. They keep saying to their mothers, "Where is some food?" as they faint like wounded men in the streets of the city, as they breathe their last on their mothers' breasts. Mem. To what can I compare or liken you, daughter of Jerusalem? Who can rescue and comfort you, young daughter of Zion? For huge as the sea is your ruin. Who can heal you? None. The visions your prophets had for you were deceptive whitewash. They did not lay bare your guilt so as to change your fortunes. The visions they told you were deceptive. Samak. All who pass your way clap their hands at the sight. They whistle and shake their heads over the daughter of Jerusalem. Is this the city they called perfection of beauty? the joy of the whole world. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, return to the Lord your God. Aleph, I am a man familiar with misery under the rod of his fury. He has led and guided me into darkness, not light. Against none but me does he turn his hand, again and again all day. But he has wasted my flesh and skin away, has broken my bones. He has besieged me and made hardship a circlet around my head. He has forced me to dwell where all is dark, like those long dead in their everlasting home. Gimel, he has walled me in so that I cannot escape. He has weighed me down with chains. Even when I shout for help, he shuts out my prayer. He has closed my way with blocks of stone. He has obstructed my paths. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, return to the Lord your God.
Look, my servant will prosper, will grow great, will rise to great heights. As many people were aghast at him, he was so inhumanly disfigured that he no longer looked like a man. So many nations will be astonished, and kings will stay tight-lipped before him, seeing that what had never been told them, learning what they had not heard before. Who has given credence to what we have heard? And who has seen in a revelation of Yahweh's arm? Like a sapling he grew up before him, like a root in arid ground. He had no form to charm, to attract us, no beauty to win our hearts. He was despised, the lowest of men, a man of sorrows, familiar with suffering, one from whom, as it were, we averted our gaze. Despised, for whom we had no regard. Yet ours were the sufferings he was bearing, ours the sorrows he was carrying, while we thought of him as someone being punished and struck with affliction by God, whereas he was being wounded for our rebellions, crushed because of our guilt. The punishment reconciling us fell on him, and we have been healed by his bruises. We had all gone astray like sheep, each taking his own way. And yet Yahweh brought the acts of rebellion of all of us to bear on him. Ill-treated and afflicted, he never opened his mouth. Like a lamb led to the slaughterhouse, like a sheep dumb before its shearers, he never opened his mouth. Forcibly, after sentence, he was taken. Which of his contemporaries was concerned at his having been cut off from the land of the living, at his having been struck dead for his people's rebellion? He was given a grave with the wicked, and his tomb is with the rich, although he had done no violence, had spoken no deceit. It was Yahweh's good pleasure to crush him with pain. If he gives his life as a sin offering, he will see his offspring and prolong his life. And through him, Yahweh's good measure will be done. After the ordeal he has endured, he will see the light and be content. By his knowledge, the upright one, my servant, will justify many by taking their guilt on himself. Hence I shall give him a portion with the many, and he will share the booty with the mighty, for having exposed himself to death, and for being counted as one of the rebellious, whereas he was bearing the sin of many and interceding for the rebellious.
are more numerous than the hairs of my head. My heart sinks at the sight of them. Come to my rescue, O God. Make haste to help me, O Lord. Let there be rejoicing and gladness for all who seek you. Let those who love your saving help say always, our God is great. As for me, so wretched and poor, God regards me kindly. You are my salvation, my help. Do not delay, my God. Let those be put to shame and confusion who seek to snatch away my life.
For every high priest chosen from among mortals is put in charge of things pertaining to God on their behalf, to offer gifts and sacrifices for sin. He is able to deal gently with the ignorant and wayward, since he himself is subject to weakness. And because of this, he must offer sacrifices for his own sins as well as for those of the people. And one does not presume to take this honor, but takes it only when called by God, just as Aaron was. So also Christ did not glorify himself in becoming a high priest, but was appointed by the one who said to him, "You are my child. Today I have begotten you." As he says also in another place, "You are a priest forever, according to the order of Melchizedek." In the days of his flesh, Jesus offered up prayers and supplications with loud cries and tears to the one who was able to save him from death. And he was heard because of his reverent submission. Although he was a son, he learned obedience through what he suffered. And having been made perfect, he became the source of eternal salvation for all who obey him, having been designated by God as a high priest, according to the order of Melchizedek.
wretched, close to death from my youth. I have borne your trials, I am numb. Your fury has swept over me, and your terrors have destroyed me. They surrounded me all day like a flood. Together they assailed me. Friend and neighbor, you have taken away. My one friend is darkness. You have taken my friends away from me. Betrayed and alone am I.
In the story of Jesus, God's faith, trust, and love for all humanity is crucified, killed, and buried by us humans. But it does not remain lying in the grave. One poet who experienced the darkness of Gethsemane wrote that the earthly powers are still desperately trying to keep history from moving beyond the morning of Good Friday. But the Easter story does not allow hell and death to have the final word. It ends with the message that love is stronger than death. This message becomes credible by the witness of Christians' lives to the fact that Jesus lives in them, in their faith, in their hope, and in their solidarity in love. Our freedom, our redemption from slavery of all kinds, is the most compelling testimony to the resurrection of Christ. Reverence for the wounds of Christ is part of Good Friday folk piety, but we must not forget the deepest wound, the wound in the heart, articulated in the poignant question, "My God, why have you forsaken me?" If in the pain and misery of people we touch the wounds of Jesus, then in the darkness of the pierced, crucified, and dying faith of many people, we touch this wound without which the Easter story would not be complete. In many people's lives, this wound remains open and unhealed. The question of the meaning of suffering remains unanswered. Nor is our faith complete unless it dares to enter into this darkness of the cross and the silence of Holy Saturday. This journey includes the experience of abandonment that Jesus shouted into the noonday darkness of Golgotha, and which he shares with many spiritually anguished people in our world. Christ came not to offer a doctrine, but a journey on which we continually learn to transform our humanity, our way of being human, including all our relationships to ourselves, to others, to society, to nature, and to God. This is the teaching of Jesus, a process that transforms the person. The faith Jesus teaches, this existential response to conversion, is participation in the ever-ongoing event of the resurrection. The depiction of the Last Judgment in Matthew's Gospel tells us that Christ passes through history and our lives anonymously, and only on the threshold of the eschatological future does he shed his many disguises. Yes, the poor, the naked, the sick, and persecuted people, they were me. Already on our journey, the parousia, and at the same time his judgment on us, is occurring in those in need. Let us not close our ears to the cries of the suffering, the exploited, and the persecuted. Let us not close our eyes to the wounds and pains of our world. We might miss the hidden Christ. This hidden life of the risen one is like an underground river that bubbles to the surface in the events of individual conversion and the transformation of love. We must continue to seek this universal Christ, and the journey must be complemented by finding the dead and risen Christ present in the evolution of society. So let us search. Search for him by his voice, like Mary Magdalene. Search for him in strangers on the road, like the disciples on the road to Emmaus. Search for him in the wounds of the world, like the Apostle Thomas. Let us search for him wherever he passes through the closed doors of fear. Search for him where he brings the gift of forgiveness and new beginnings. This ever greater Christ is God, present in all things, in all the events of our lives and our world.
For our sake became obedient to death,